Ladies and gentlemen, did you all have some good food? How was the food, ladies and gentlemen? Yay! Okay, here we are at the part of the day you're all looking forward to and having a bit of a giggle. But there's 3 people up here that are not looking forward to this at all. So let's not encourage them at all. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Proudest man here today, Father Bride.
Thank you very much. That was more than expected. Hey up, Jess. Right.
Hello, Jess.
You're going to think I'm going to be nervous. Maybe a little bit, but not as nervous as it's going to be in a minute. Right. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to this special occasion. As we all know, we've had to travel a fair distance to this special day. Although it was said earlier, as regards and his brother and Kelly May, I'm coming from Canada, but I've already written all this down. So, extra special welcome to everybody, you know. Also, unfortunately, Andy's mum can't make the journey, which her name is Merle. My mother can't make the journey, but she's commonly known as Nanny Nora. Let's have a look. Right, okay then. Yeah. So I'm sure that we'll all get to know each other later on as one big family. Let's have a look. But that's it. But we wish them well and celebrate the evening and the rest of the day as if they were both with us. Okay. Now the next bit's Andy's doing. You are not going to believe this. Any water. Right, I'm not one to cause a domestic on the first day of the wedding, but he whispered in my ear earlier and says, "Ray, keep the speech short, I want to watch football." You will never learn. You can watch it Monday when Derby beat Villa. Oh, sorry, yeah. 3 more. Let's have a riot. Go on, your Rams. Okay, anyway, right. I'll never forget the first time I met Andy. He came round for breakfast. Came round for breakfast, stood at the top of the steps and froze like a statue, like this. In fact, he nearly turned white. And because he heard the dog bark. And then he says, "They've got a dog!" Thought, well, he's a bloody bright spark. He knows what a dog lights are. Luckily, he came through the gate and the dog didn't bite him. So I thought, it must be okay, the dog likes him, so I was happy with that. Now then, a little bit about Anna really, and I've had to cut a lot out because no, she was a perfect child. Well, there was bits I didn't know, but I just presumed so. I actually watched Anna being born. I didn't write that. She turned from the perfect baby to the perfect wife. Now, when she was about 6 or 8 months old and got grumpy, I used to sing this little song to her. And it was called Shut Up Your Face by Joe Dawson. Now we're going to try and play it if possible on the phone. We've got it all lined up. I don't know how to do it. You hear it? Lots and lots of that. It's so nice to play.
It's so nice to play.
Oh, go Raymond!
Yeah, and she used to shut up her face. And it stopped me grumping. Just a little smile. So basically, if she gets grumpy tonight, just turn around and say, "Shut up, your face." So yeah, right, okay. We're not far off now.
You're doing well,
So,
Ray. You're doing well, Ray.
Oh yeah. Now you'll love this bit. Also, when she was about 14 months old, we was on holiday in Cornwall. Sitting on a balcony board. When she disappeared, and I started to panic. I thought, oh my God, it was quite big, wasn't it? I think it was at the top of the cliff. And then all of a sudden, people were laughing on another table in the distance. And then I seen this little head between this couple's shoulders. And this little hand come up with a dummy, dipping it in these beers. And I thought, oh, I found her. I found her. But, be warned, she still does it, but uses straws, so keep an eye on your glasses later.
Go Raymond!
She also said to me recently, I would shed a tear today. I said, only if the bloody bar closes early. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's not a joke, I said, this is quite true. It's been a brilliant day, and it's been like slightly different to the day that when I got married. My wife, she was so embarrassed of me, she only invited me to the evening room. And what's more, she'll only take me out in the dark nowadays as well. Things haven't improved. Yeah, it's finished, I'm having fun. So I'm sure you'll join me in wishing Anna and Andy happy and healthy life.
Well done, Raymondo.
This across you'll be tired. Someone else is doing it. Actually, if we've got time, I was going to say, can we all do the Cliff Richard and go, congratulations. Congratulations. I want the world to know. Congratulations.
But yeah, generator, get your machines at work. Unless I'm thinking of your bloody house, I don't care about your machine anymore.
Order. My name's Cliff, I'm just checking my name here. My name's Cliff. I'm the best man. Okay. I'm the best man. It's a good job. First of all, wasn't that a beautiful ceremony today? Come on. Is the bride stunning today? Come on. And then the bridesmaids were even stunning as well, weren't they? They're beautiful, weren't they? Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. They're really, that will go down as one of the best ceremonies that
I've attended in my short lifetime. So anyway, Finny had Finny decided to make me the best man. He had a lot of choices between me and Trey. Obviously, Trey was going to struggle for words, so he just came up to me and said, "You're my best man." I didn't have a choice in it. But Finny, no, you're doing it. Okay, all right, no problem. All right then. So he hates me, so this is why he's done this to me. So I've known Finny a long time, about half my life now.
Kirby Hoovers!
About half my life, right, which is around 10 years. Come on, you can see that guy, yeah? I'm joking. It's gone past over 30 years now. God, a long time. Finny was half the size when I first met him. And he is now. He had hair. Finny had hair. Believe it or not, he had hair. So what happens is I was a training manager in a sales company, which we won't mention today. And Finny came in for training, decided to work for us, and he came into training, and to be honest with you, he's really, really very good. And he's probably the best person I've ever trained, because I remember going to see him afterwards after I trained him, and I've never seen anybody put a presentation on learn it so quickly and put it on. I remember telling him that, his shoulders went up, his chest went out, and he was excited about that. So, I mean, there's a lot about Finny, but I'm not going to go on. It'd take me forever to go through everything, so I'm only going to give you little bits. So, what I like about Finny. What do I like about Finny? The thing I like about Finny is he talks serious, but he's actually funny. He makes me laugh, right? So he's being dead serious. Because what Finny does, he smiles with his lips, says, and then he frowns with his lips. So we don't talk about anything else. And so he's just a very, very fun. To me, he's a very, very funny guy. And for 30 years, what he does, it makes me laugh more than anything else. So, and anybody that's around him will know that, because he's a very, very funny guy. And Finny's like this, right? There is a normal way, and then you have the Finny way, right? And you got to get used to the Finny way. That's the thing, isn't it? You got to get used to the Finny way. So I'll give you an example. So we used to run teams, and we used to have all these vans, and we had to buy all these vans. So Finny got smart one day. He undercut me on a van. So he bought the van. He bought the van under my nose, right? So I said, okay. So he buys this van, and we're 20 something now. Now, when you're 20 something, what are you going to do with the van? You're going to do it up, and you tint the windows, put some wheels on. You just stuff like that, wouldn't you? This is what Finny does. Finny puts curtains on his van. Pink curtains. Pink curtains. So he rolls into the office with pink curtains on the van. And then what he does, because we run a team, right? So Finny takes the seats out, and he puts half the bench for them to sit on. So only half the backside can sit on it. So I go, Finny. So he goes, so Finny, why have you got the curtains for? He goes, well, so nobody can see me. Okay. So why have you got half a bench? They're not comfortable. I don't want them comfortable. I want to be nice. Right? But why have you got a normal chair for you? Well, I'm the boss. Okay, honestly. And then you do things like this. Now, we used to go out and we'd have lunch together first, and then we'd go out and we'd do our work. Not Finny. You don't eat till you've sold. So what Finny used to do is put him in, and then he'd go to Kentucky and eat himself. And he'd let him starve all day. Oh, and it's the Finny way, see? Normal way, Finny way, right?
We're all vegetarians.
Finny broke the record in our company, right? Because he's really good. So what he did, right? Now, we used to have there's a rule that the watershed's 9 o'clock at night, and we never get into people's houses after 9 o'clock. Finny, not Finny. Finny gets in at 10:10 at night. It's pitch dark. Finny stays in the house till 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock? I mean, who would let Finny in their house till 2 o'clock in the morning? Remember Mark? Right? Mark was the manager then, and Mark had to, we closed up and went home. And then the phone us in the morning and cancelled and says, Finny, don't let him back in the house again. Yeah, he broke the record. 2 in the morning he stayed in the house for. I mean, he's just unbelievable. The Finny way. So he just does things like that. What else is there? That's an example. I'm just giving you a couple of examples of what he's like. Okay, so everybody knows Finny likes football, yeah? Does everybody know that? If you know Finny, you know yeah. So you know he's a Liverpool fan. So we as a company we played against other teams. We had a match against the finance company. So what happened was, so they play in a league and we're unfit because we're basically working upside down and eating a load of junk. So anyway, we decided to play them. So you know Finny talks a good talk on football, doesn't he? So we get the 11, so Finny goes, I'll play sub, I'll make an impact. So he doesn't even start, right? Because he knows he's unfit. So he goes, I'll make an impact, don't worry, I'll come on, I'll sort it out for you, I'll organise a defence. You know, we'll help them out, right? So Finny, so we're knackered and we're getting beat, so I say, Finny, you're going to come. So Finny then does, like, if you ever watch the football match on the side, you see the subs, they warm up, don't they? So Finny warms up. Going up down the line, he's doing his stretches like this. I go, okay, Finny, come on. So Finny comes on, and he gets, the ball comes to him. He's only been on 20 seconds. Finny goes, and he came off. I was rolling on the floor. I go, Finny, 20 seconds, you lost it 20 seconds. I go, normal way, Finny way. It's just the way it is with him all the time. I couldn't believe it. What else is I going to say? Yeah, to finish on the football, last year it was Mark's birthday, and Mark's over there. We went away for Mark's 50th birthday. You never heard that, did you? Right? And the Champions League was on, and we watched the Champions League. So Finny comes in a 1970 Liverpool shirt, right? Not the modern one, and he gets Trey to sit beside him because obviously Trey hasn't got a choice. He's got to support Liverpool. Watch the game. So he's very emotional, Finny. So watching the game, and and then the best player, Salah, gets injured. I'm telling you, you've never seen Finny. He looked at the TV and he got all emotional. And we saw a tear come down, and it's Trey sitting beside him, and the two of them are just sitting there in silence. And I'm trying to touch Finny, and I'm just going, no, don't talk to him. He's too upset. So you can't talk to Finny. He sits in that chair, and they actually lost. And it was hard to talk to him after a while because he gets really emotional. But Finny's like that. That's what he's like. He's a Finny one. So anyway, that's giving you a few things. He's a good friend. He's very loyal and supportive. And if your back's against the wall, Finny will always back you up. So I would say about him, if anybody who knows him in here, he keeps friends for a long time. So if you're a friend of Finny's, you would have known him a long time because he's that type of guy that when he connects and he can cope with his Finny ways, then you're all right. You're all right for the rest of your life. And that's the God's honest truth. He's a great friend. So let's get on to Anna. Anna, this beautiful lady. So Finny comes over to me and he goes, I met this girl now. So it's unusual now because he's giving me a good speech. He goes, I met this girl at work, right, and she's really nice. He's telling me about her and stuff, and I go, okay. So then he goes, so what's happening? He says, right, work, they don't believe me. They think I went after her while she was there, but I waited until she left. So I go, yeah, of course you did, Finny. Of course you did, mate. Of course you did. It was like being dead serious. Of course you did, Finny. I mean, you always wait. You never wait. You never do anything, do you? You always wait. So obviously I never believed him, right? And I mean, later on, when I pitched Anna. And you know so much, she repeated the same speech that Finny did, word perfect. I thought, he's drilled her good, this one, man. Drilled her that good. And he repeated exactly the same. I go, man, yeah. Because he must have worked it out. Listen, anybody says anything, I came after you when you left. Because I'm a manager, I can't get in trouble. I came after you when you left. You get it? Yes, You know that's what happened, right? Anyway, so he tells me about the girl. And what happened is we used to go, when Finny had hair, we used to go to barbers on the Friday night. Okay. We used to go to these barbers on a Friday night. And it was like a community. We'd all meet up there. We'd all have a laugh. We'd go in there like 6 o'clock. We'd leave at 10 at night, wouldn't we? You know, Finny would bring somebody around. Joe would turn up sometimes, wouldn't you? He'd bring Joe with him sometimes or whatever. So everybody's in there. Everybody's relaxed. Finny, because he does things the Finny way. So first of all, he has to park outside the place, right? Because he doesn't like to walk far for his car. So, So then what he does, if you know Finny, he carries a bunch of keys, right? Like a jailer. He carries his man bag, right? He carries a towel, and he carries an iPad, and then he gets out the car to walk 10 paces. He puts his coat on as well. So we look at the window, Finny comes in. So he comes in, and so one week he goes to me, Anna's coming in. Anna's coming to see me. I says, okay, no problem. So this is the first time we see her. So we're in there and we're having a laugh and effing and blinding as we do and all that sort of stuff. So what happens is Anna walks in. So you can imagine the room, right? We're talking. Anna opens the door and steps in. The room just goes silent. Right? We go, who's she come for? Who's she come for? And she walks over to Finny. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. No, not Finny. So, she has a bit of a tattoo. It can't be Finny. It can't be Finny. She walks over to Finny and does a little bit of leaves, you know, nice and petite and everything like that. The room erupts. Finny! Finny's chest goes up like this. How have you pulled that one, Finny? Well, you know. It's like me. So we met Finny, and I thought she was too good for him, and then the second time it sort of reinforced it next time I saw her. So it's definitely too good for him. Okay. And Anna has been an absolute star, I have to say. I met Anna, and she's a lovely lady. I love her. Yeah, you love her. Yeah. You gotta love her. She's an absolute star. That's the thing I'd say about Anna, and she's been fantastic for him. And then obviously I've watched him very quickly, so things that Finny never did before he did quickly, you know. So he's a staunch bachelor. Next minute Anna's living with him. What's going on? What's that? You know, nobody lives with Finny. He's a staunch bachelor. Next minute she's living with him. Then I remember we were going away somewhere. He goes, she wants to have a child. What are you going to do about it? Well, I don't know. Next minute, Trey comes along. So we have a joke between us. What Anna wants, Anna gets. Yeah, what Anna wants. So he does. So Trey comes along, and then he has his birthday party like you've heard today. And he took everybody by surprise. He actually, on his birthday, he went down on one knee. I mean, I was shocked. 3 of us had to get him back up. It's like years of feeling. So actually get down on one knee and propose. Right? So I was laughing our heads off. I couldn't get over it. What happened there? I'm in love, man. I'm in love. So beautiful. I'm really sorry. Every time I look back, and that's what I'm saying, he makes me laugh all the time. So anyway, I just want to give you a few tips. I was looking at some tips, you know, for a good wife and a good husband, right? So a good wife is to pay him compliments there, Anna. You got to pay Andy compliments, right? Make his head swell, yeah? You got to be his best friend, right? You got to be a happy wife. Always be happy. You must always appreciate him. And the most important of everything here is to leave the toilet seat up. No, that's important, yeah, to make the man happy, and vice versa. You must pay their compliments there, Andy. Plenty of them, right? Not to get to nature, but pay the compliments. Be your best friend. be a happy husband, appreciate her, and make sure you change the status of your Facebook, right? Okay. All right. And to virtually finish off with, I just want to tell, there's so many definitions of love, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could write, what is love? You can give a lot of definitions of what love is. So I looked at this one, I thought this one suited them. It's a definition of love. It's you always want to be together, and when you're not, you're thinking about being together because you need that person, because without them, your life is incomplete. And I think that sums up these two. Yeah? Really does. Yeah? So, saying that, we'd like to raise our glasses here and wish Mr. and Mrs. Andy and Anna Finnikin. Let's raise our glasses to them. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's me, look.
You on, Andy?
I've never met her.
Sorry?
I've never seen her.
He hates me, you hate me.
Oh my God.
I know.
High five!
I know.
High five!
It's the Finny way. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending our wedding. So it's pretty special for me because there's me nephew. You guys are the closest to us, family-wise, friends-wise.
Oh my God, Andy, I'm gonna cry.
You guys are the closest. You guys are the closest to us, family-wise, friends-wise, and to spend an afternoon with you guys, with us, I think it's very special for us. Yeah. Very special. I've got a personal thank you to make to Raymond and Eileen. Had it not been for your cohabitation, we wouldn't have been getting messages. So, thank you for time has gone by. Okay, does anybody rate the venue at all? My wife sourced it. From bales of hay to the amount of sockets that we have to have, that's a sore point right now. When I wrote this, I never thought about it. From bales of hay to the amount of sockets that we have to making sure all the diggers and cranes are gone so you don't have any type of scenery to look at. To you, Chops, you made this happen right from the conservatory. You made this happen, Chops, today. You made it happen. Okay? Seriously, it's a day that I never thought that I'd see.
No. Love you, Andy. Love you, Andy.
I never thought I'd see this day. I'm going to try and race through this part now.
Go on. No, don't race. Take
If
your time, baby.
If I'd have had a camera following me around my life at some point, it may have been easy for me to give up on myself.
No.
For this type of dream to come true, it's down to my wife.
Amen.
As I look back, I wouldn't consider that, and you've heard this already today, the theme, so I'd forgotten some of this stuff. As I look back, I wouldn't consider that I'd had a great childhood. My mum gave me up at 6 months to chase her baby daddy. And my adopted mum got divorced when I was 5, and worked all the hours God sent at night for the NHS to keep a roof over our heads. So basically, I grew up alone, and you begin to lose trust in those people that are close to you. Stay with me, there's a reason for me giving you my background, so that's why we're gathered here today. So finding someone you want to get married to isn't easy. It's not like buying a car and test driving it and then paying endlessly for it until it breaks down. Or is it? I'm not even sure.
She will never break down.
It'll never break down.
She was running good
me she's due for a service. Well, Chops, apart from looking how she does today, has taught me a lot of stuff over the last 10 years. Look at her. She looks like she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Fucking gorgeous!
She looks like she wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright? But if you... But listen, if you've ever... And Joe will testify to this, and the sister will as well. If you're ever in a small space with my missus, and she's had her daily dose of veg, don't worry, it wasn't you. This little thing can empty a room faster than a fire alarm. I'm not going to tell you what happened last week. Okay, but these aren't negative points, honestly. She has a real temper. Right? No matter how small the argument is in our house, she has to win. What's going on with the estrogen levels? Oh, she's got a sister that punches at the same weight as well. Okay. It doesn't matter what, I mean, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, this little thing on my right here tried to insist to me that a grater was a slicer. Just because she wanted to win the argument. I'm going, it's a grater. She's going, it's a slicer if you turn it sideways. But the utensil is a grater! See, she's not giving up the ghost. What? The reason I'm telling you this stuff in detail is because I decided to marry somebody who could have the tenacity to teach me how to love.
Amen.
Yes. And she has been like that.
Amen.
I've got I've got my brother here with his wife all the way from Canada. This guy is the coolest cat. He's the coolest cat that's around. I recently told him in a deep family conversation that we were having that hands down, there's 4 of us, and hands down, he's been the best parent in the family. Hands down. He's been the best parent to our kids. So, you know, he's an absolute role model for me.
Amen.
And his wife is rock solid by his side. And that's what I want my wife to be.
Yeah. And she's already.
No ring needed.
Oh, my children are here, so I'm gonna make an admission to them. They already know. I wasn't very.
Come on, Andy, you got it.
Go on, Andy.
Go on,
Andy. Go for it. You can say these, Dave.
Come on, Andy.
Keep it real.
I wasn't very good, in fact, as a young parent. In fact, I was far too young to be one, and that can kill your confidence. Absolutely bury you. So to meet somebody who had a zest for life, when my zest was for work, it started to make me think. And I had to challenge myself to please her. She's nosy. She's busy. She's opinionated. She's always late. But never for a party.
That's my girl.
She's argumentative. And she wants to control all the time to make sure we're in her world of perfection. But these are the reasons
She is my girl.
I love her, because of her tenacity for life, and I never had that. She was just what I needed. Consequently, I've tried to help her understand that not everybody thinks her dreamy way.
And that's okay.
I like to work, and that's no secret. I have a very close group of friends who are exactly the same. So I want you to imagine this scenario. You find something that you love doing, and you work for a company for 17 years, and then they tell you that you're not wanted. I don't mind admitting this now. I went into complete meltdown, but I tried to hide it. I was withdrawn, and I was going through a tough time, but I never told my children because I didn't think it was the right thing to do. It was my worst nightmare, but she was right beside me.
Yeah, all the way.
Good girl.
She was the one person. She was the one person that never gave up on me.
Love you, Ender!
So it may be an old-fashioned way, maybe a stubborn way, but as a grown man, if you have a family, all you want to do as a grown man is provide for them and make sure they're happy. And in my head, I was failing to do that at the time. So she pushed me, cajoled me, shouted at me, and then she left me some space to think about what she said. She even forced me onto. She forced me onto job sites, and the confidence wasn't great. But I am so grateful and humbled to you.
Amen.
Perfect couple.
It turned out well, because as it happens, I'd stayed in touch with a friend who's here tonight, and he's done exceptionally well for himself, really well, and he offered me a job. You said you went, thank you. And what Brez doesn't know is, about 6 weeks into the job, I was trying too hard to please, so he pulled me to one side. I forget where I was going. I didn't have a meeting on one day, but he got his PA to arrange a meeting with me. Now, in our old company, if the PA calls you,
It was bad times.
But Brez had already switched his mind in his culture, and I hadn't. I was so deeply ingrained with the stuff from previously, and just worrying about not being able to provide. I walked into a room, and I remember the first sentence that he said to me. And he said to me, "You've got to forget what's gone by, and you've got to understand that you can do this." And I just walked out of the room. And I legged it out of the room, and I said, "I've got to go." Because there's not many times that you get a second or a third chance in life. And this was my second, and I was desperate to prove to my missus that I could provide for her. Absolutely desperate. Let me just fast forward a little bit. I moved on to another part of the company, and I understand that myself and a young lady who's sat over there to the back are on to future things, but that's because of you. You had some faith in me as well.
Hey!
And part of the reason I'm saying it is because all the time I had the support of my now wife. I had the support of my now wife. Because other than that, it's difficult for some people to get across how they're actually feeling at the time. And as there are plenty of things going around in the country now, men tend to hide those type of things and don't talk. But my missus saw that I was in need of help, and she helped me. Some of you may not know this, right? But Anna's been prescribed with chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm not going to go into too much detail, alright? But I watch her struggle from time to time on a daily basis. And my job is to support her now. My job is to make sure that we've had arguments about this because I'm saying she wants to do the washing up, she wants to do that, she wants to do. I'm saying leave the house alone, just rest. So I don't care how the house looks. To me, that's not her job. To me, it's just for her to be well and her to be fresh because she keeps our family zestful, likeable. You know, if I'm in the mood, then I'll just have to look at her running around the house. She's got to take time for herself, but she carries on. She's just been promoted to her first ever managerial position. Deep down beforehand, she wouldn't believe in herself, but I guess she deserves it.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
I'm almost done. I'm so proud of her for what she's achieved since we've met. She's given me a tray. She's accepted my children, which is the most important thing to me. She's taught me about family units and building my confidence back when I thought it was all gone. She made me regain trust in people. Anybody that also knows me knows that I don't trust very easily.
I know you, Andy. I know you. I know you, boy.
I'm done now. I'm just going to say a few thank yous, please. First of all, first thank you is to you, our guest.
Thank you for having us.
Some of you have travelled a real far way. Martin has come from Bournemouth, but I knew Martin when he was 20 years old, and he was a kid looking for support and everything like that, so there's no way I wasn't having him here today. My brothers, as you all know, have travelled from Canada, okay, and lots of you have travelled from locally and far and wide. We really appreciate the time that you've taken to come with us today. Eileen and Kevin, I couldn't ask to be accepted. I was so nervous when I was going to meet Ray and Eileen. Ray's already told you about Ray's already told you about the dog, and I did freeze because you don't know if the dog likes people. But Eileen has been nothing but, if you know Eileen, you see the traits that.
Come on, Eileen.
You know the traits that, you know where Annie gets her traits from, so see that, right? So Raymond and Angie, I was going to put Kevin and Angie together there for some reason. Right, Ray and Angie, exactly the same. Thank you for accepting me into the family.
Amen. Amen.
My brother, again, and his wife, Calamay, thanks for coming. That means so much. That means more than I'll ever know. I've got three friends in the room that are very dear to me, very, very dear. Steve and Mark, you've heard them all speak today. These guys are something else. I'm watching two of them build businesses, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what they've achieved because we've known each other 30 years. I so love you guys. To their partners, Kim, Joe, Louise. Good, great foils for the guys. That's like my missus. Karina, Claire, Louise, you guys this week. Matt, I'm not going to forget guys, but Karina, Claire and Lou, you guys have rallied around Anna this week. And you helped create this. All three of you have helped create this for us. And that means so much to Anna. Joe?
No.
Joe and Chloe. Joe's my boy. Joe's my boy. Joe and his missus. I'm so proud of each other. Dr. Joe, we're calling him now. He's got a new name. Trey, Gracie and Lottie, obviously. My little boy, I don't know where he is. He's gone somewhere. And Stacey. I remember Luke lying to me when about his age when he met Stacey. But then, when you see a guy who's working for himself and his girlfriend is at university, and he says, "Come and live with me," while she chases her dream, and he'll support her, and I'm watching this situation very, very closely. And then years later, they give me 2 beautiful granddaughters, and they're getting married in August. Lovely. My biggest thank you goes to the lady who has a great taste in men.
Amen. Amen.
She has a fantastic taste in men. She picked me. She's picked right from the top. You can't doubt quality. You can get quantity, but you can't get quality. She spent 2 years pulling this day together. For us. Our biggest thank you goes to my wife, Mrs. Anna Finnikin. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
We're not done there, ladies and gentlemen. Just one more brief word from Glenn.
Hello. After all that crab stuff, are you ready for me? Hold on, miss. Right, well, let's start. There's been a sweepstake going round that's basically been a bet against how long I was going to speak and whether it's going to be longer than the group makes love to his wife. Thanks anyway. Welcome everybody, and this to me has been a marvellous, absolutely incredible day. I've been fortunate to witness 2 of my best friends getting married. Mark a couple of years ago, and today Finny, so I'm over the moon for the pair of them, you know. 2 of our closest friends. Anna, immensely impressed with what you put together. Fabulous occasion, stunning. And I'm sure you'd all agree that she looks absolutely incredible. So she actually, I mean, it's the mere fact that she's that beautiful makes him look even less handsome, doesn't it? It's one of them things. Beauty and the Beast. But I've got to address one subject which I only found out today. I actually found out this morning. Andrew McKillar-Finnikin. McKillar-Finnikin. You all got kids. You all give birth to kids. Some of you got kids. You give birth to kids. Now, let's just think about that one. I'm going to name this baby McKillar.
Next child.
McKillar.
What are you doing, mate?
We decided we were going to call you Mac Killer. McKiller-Finnikin. Now, for those of you that know Andy, and we've all spoke about it today, Cliff spoke about it, you realise he's quite a stubborn bloke. No. It's just Andy. It's Andy's way, isn't it? You know, Andy's a stubborn bloke. Now, I've known Andy for 25 years, and you know, to be honest with you, he's a jovial. He's a lovely guy. You know, he'll do absolutely anything for anybody. You know, Andy will go the extra mile. But he is stubborn. He is stubborn. And I actually learned that when he was a child, he actually was that stubborn that he actually refused to be carried out when he was a baby. When his parents had him, he refused to be carried out of the hospital. In fact, I've got a picture. Mark, you're going to have to give me a hand here to show you this picture. I actually got a photograph from his parents, and I've decided to get it blown up. And I want to show you Andy when he was born, leaving the hospital. Well, this is Andy leaving the As you can see, he refused to be carried out.
That is hilarious!
So, he's always been a stubborn lad.
I love your hat, Andy!
Give up the stick, though.
Give up the stick because it was a fucking tin.
That one that is yours. Make sure you do. Seriously. I also want to say that how beautiful most of you look today, and I'm glad to see that some of you made the effort. Doing well. Nah, serious stuff. I'm overwhelmed by the fact that these guys are my friends. You know, I mean, Andy's been a friend for a long time. I've now and totally consider Anna to be a fantastic friend of ours as well. And I look forward to many more happy years of spending time in your company. Now, there's one last thing which I'm going to say. You've got to love each other, totally love each other, because that's what relationships are about. It's not always easy. It can be difficult. It's a long road. Something I mentioned at Mark's wedding a few years ago, a couple of years ago, when we were there, and I want to do a little bit of exercise. I want all the couples, all you couples, I want you to turn and look at each other.
No, he's in the toilet.
Don't worry about that. All you couples, I want you to look deep into each other. Turn around and look at each other. I want you to look each other into the eyes. I want you to look into each other's eyes. Come on. I'm not going to move until you do. Until I see all you couples looking into each other's eyes deeply. Okay? Now, are we there? Everybody looking at each other? Okay? Now, statistically, you're looking at the person most likely to kill you. And at that point, I'm going to say, enjoy the festivities tonight. Totally knock yourselves out, because Andy and Finny wouldn't have it any other way. And it's been a pleasure to spend the time with you all.
All the girls look
Over there. Like you had on the stone on the way out.
The moment I met you, Anna, I knew that we would be friends forever, and I'm so happy that you and I have spent today together. I could never imagined how today would have gone, being here and spending time with your friends and your family, and I have loved every single minute. I love you forever, Andy and Trey and your friends and your family. Much love from us.
Yeah. Anna and Andy, I just want to say what a fantastic day we've had today. And I want to tell you how proud I am of you. It makes me cry when I actually say it. Because you've done so well organising the whole thing yourself. And you're such a proud mum. And Kev, you're such a proud dad, aren't you? Tell her.
I love her to bits.
So tell her I love you to bits.
And Andy is one of the best blokes I ever met, and you are, sweetheart.
I love Andy. Andy's such a big oaf, you are, Andy. You know it. And I love you so much, and I'm so glad that you've married Anna and made her happy, and that she's made you happy. And we really, really love you both.
Anna, Andy, I love you both. I met you 8-9 years ago, and are you cold called my business? Best thing ever. You're an amazing friend. Andy,
I feel like he's listening to me.
an amazing husband to Anna.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what love would be without you both. I met your families. I'm part of your family as well. I'm getting very emotional back today.
Angie!
Last night I slept with you and I woke you up at 4:30, which I always do. I'm sorry for that. I don't know. I love you. Thank you for inviting us both for the most amazing day. And I mean the most amazing day. And thank you for making me be part of both of you and your family. And you've welcomed me into your heart. And I've welcomed you both into my heart too. I love you.
Anna and Andy, it's been the most, well, another proud moment of my life, like when I was watching Anna being born. And you both made it very special for me. That's one thing, you won't let me wear a tie-room suit. Other than that, all the best for the future. Love you both.
Hi Anna, you've done a brilliant job today. It's just been amazing, and I wish you all the best for the future. Okay, love you. Bye.
We wish you both a lifetime full of happiness, health, joy, everything, and obviously we love you with all of our hearts, and thank you for having both of us to be a part of your very special day, and we love you both very, very much. And yes, that is a bottle of water that you see in my hand.
Hi Andy. First of all, I wasn't on the list to make a video, so thanks for that. But you know, I thought anyway we'd just come in pose and make a video because we want to wish you the best of luck. Okay, try and make this as short as possible. Start with Anna. Obviously you're my sister, everyone knows that. We look like twins apparently. And I've said this the other day. Oh, I'm getting emotional, but I said to you the other day that for you, I'm so proud of you because the Anna that I know today is not the Anna that I knew 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I'm so proud of you because now you've just come out and you do what you want. You get a goal and you go after it and you've got the confidence to do it. And you perhaps never had that before, and so I'm really, really proud of you. And I'm not going to put that down completely down to Andy because he'll get an even bigger ego than he's already got. But you know, obviously, I'm sure having him as your support, backing you up, you know, being your little wingman, you know, has also been a bit of a confidence for you. So I'm so proud of you. And Hawkeye, you're a bit of a weird one sometimes, but you know, ultimately I've known you for now 10, 11 years, I love you so much. I love the fact that you make my sister happy. I like the fact that very few people can crack me, but you can. You know, are you alright, Hal? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you alright, Hal? No, I'm not. So, you know, it's just nice to know that I've got you, and I'm so happy that you're my brother-in-law. And I know nothing will change because you guys have been happy anyway for the last, you know, however many years. But I'm so glad that you finally put a ring on it, and I love you both so much.
10 seconds and counting.
Be that.
We've been together for a long time. We've been in team. You are still a team, and you will be a team. Today hasn't changed anything. Today is just one step to continue together forever. Bye.
Hi, Anna, Andy.
Hi.
Hey. Hope you've had an amazing day, or having an amazing day. Anna, you look absolutely beautiful, and Andy, of course, you scrub up so well. Hooky. Karina, would you like to say a few words about your best friend Anna?
We love you absolutely both, and I hope you've had an absolutely awesome day. I couldn't have wished for anything more for you guys. You are absolutely brilliant, and I love you loads.
And thanks for making me cry in the first 20 years.
Yeah. And that's like a bit, you know, Chris never ever cries.
Same for Gaz.
Never ever cries. So yeah, the speech was very, very emotional. We loved it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for letting us be a part of this day. And there's no children. Woo! We've had a brilliant time. Sorry, kids. Thank you so much. We hope you spend the rest of your life so happy together, which we know you'll be a match made in heaven. Thank you so much.
Andy! Hi Andy. Hi Anna. Thank you very, very much for allowing us to share your special day. It's been a lovely day in a fantastic location with great people. Louise and I would like to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to spend that special day with you. And I'm going to hand you over to Louise just to say a few words now.
Right, thanks. Just love you guys both very much. Thanks for today.
Cut.
Andy, thank you so much for making me your wife. I've had the most amazing day, and to know that we're going to share our life together forever from this day onwards makes me feel so happy and so proud. Wearing this, 2 rings together, just makes me feel the happiest woman alive. And thank you for giving me Trey. Just make my life complete with him as well, so I love you.
Hi sweetheart, or Chopsy, as you're better known. Today has been a day of remembrance, a day of celebration, and as you well know, I would have been with you another 20 years without marrying you, baby. But this was your dream, and I understand it was your dream, and it now became mine. So I am so pleased that we've had a great day. We've had a really good day. You look stunning. You absolutely look stunning. And you blew my mind coming down the aisle. Never seen you like that before. But this is what we needed to cement things. It's just what we needed to carry on. Remember what I said? Trust, absolute trust, honesty, and listen to the other person. That's what we got. That's what we agreed on. That's what we're going to do. This is a partnership now. Okay, sweetheart? I love you.